as a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. And while it's nice to pump him up, it's now going to be the job of people like Kenny Peterson, Ohio State stud defensive tackle, to stop Willis McGahee. Jeremy Schaap standing by with Mr. Peterson. Jeremy.
That's a very good point, Trey. How do you stop Mr. Peterson? How do you stop Mr. McGahee?
Being fundamentally sound, being in the right gaps, and executing our assignments. We know McGahee, he's a cutback runner. He's a downhill runner. If we execute our assignments, on defense and be in our gaps when we're supposed to be in backside, we'll be all right.
Most observers say the Buckeyes defense will be the most talented, the most versatile that the Hurricanes have faced this season. What is essential when you are playing the Hurricanes offense?
We know they're a big play team, and like I said before, just being fundamentally sound and playing our style of football and hitting them when we get a chance to, and just being where we need to be.
All the film you've been watching the last few weeks, what makes Ken Dorsey the quarterback he is?
He has a great offensive line. Those guys up front does a great job of protecting him. I mean, he has real talented receivers out there, and he makes real smart decisions. He steps up, and he sees through the window, and he delivers the ball.
There's a freshman on your team on the other side of the ball who's been a lot of controversy around him, obviously, this week is all season. Is that a distraction for you guys?
Not at all. I mean, Maurice is a part of the family, and he's going through some trying times right now, and we had an incident with Chris Vance. He had a sibling die, and we embrace him and help him through that time, and right now we got to do the same for Maurice.
Is Maurice at his best when he's fired up, as it appears he is this week?
Definitely. Maurice is a real big competitor, and he loves the game of football, and any motivation he gets, he's going to use, and I'm quite sure he's going to use it as a motivation out there.
Can you and your teammates use as motivation the fact that so few people expect you to win this game?
Definitely. I mean, we've been doubted all season, and we dealt with that, and we can't focus on that. We just got to go out there and do what we do, and see if we can prove people wrong.
Your teammate Mike Doss came back this season for his senior year when most people expected him to go to the NFL because he thought this team had a chance to win a national championship. Why did you guys think this team could win a national championship when so few people thought that was a possibility a mere 4 months ago?
I think one key component in winning a national championship and let alone being a great team is camaraderie. We got guys out here, that are selfless and willing to just put it all on the line. And when you got those, those kind of components, I mean, anything's possible. And we got a great coaching staff who does a great job of getting us prepared and getting us in the right spot and just executing our assignments.
Kenny, thanks very much. Good luck in the big game against Miami.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
All right, a little impromptu. Whoa. Why did you do that, Kenny?
Because.
Just because? Oh, that's a nice one. A Miami hat for him. Thank you very much, sir. Back to you, Trey.
He didn't give you a hat, Jeremy. Jeremy didn't get a hat. How ready will they be? Jeremy Schaap standing by with a man who probably believes Ohio State will be just fine, wide receiver Michael Jenkins. Jeremy.
I suspect those are his sentiments, Trey. Michael Jenkins responsible for perhaps the most important moment in the Buckeye season, a 37-yard touchdown reception against Purdue on 4th and 1. And Michael, how does a nice guy from Tampa end up playing at Ohio State?
I used to live in Cincinnati for a while and knew about the Buckeye tradition and how much it was. It was a great feeling to get back up here in Ohio and be a Buckeye again.
Maurice Clarett obviously has been the center of controversy this week, as he has been so often during the season. He seems to play at his best when he is embroiled in controversy. Why is that?
I think he just thrives off it. It's something that sparks him inside, makes him want to show everybody what he can do on the field. I think he's going to showcase that on Friday.
This offense is obviously about more than Maurice Clarett. If someone out there knows only Maurice Clarett from this offense, what else should they know?
They know that he's a real smart kid. He's only a freshman, but he knows a lot. He picked up a lot of our schemes and stuff that we want to do early. That's why he's on the field right now. He's a big part of our offense.
What kind of an emotional lift does a healthy Maurice Clarett give this team?
He's just an extra incentive to our offense, especially when we're at home and the crowd sees him come in the game. It just kind of gets everybody on the field pumped up when the crowd gets that big roar like that. So it gets everybody ready to play. We go out and perform really well. You're
13-0, but you are decided underdogs in this game. What does it feel like to be a 13-0 team that no one is giving much of a shot to win this game?
We really don't look at the point spread too much. You know we have to do the things that we need to do to win this football game, and that's with great defense, great special teams, and be able to score on offense.
What's it like to play for Jim Tressel?
He's a great coach. You know, he's a motivator. He gets everybody ready to play. You know, he's real. You know, like they say, the senator like, but that's the way he is.
Remarkable composure that rubs off on the team.
Yeah, you know, he really doesn't show any emotion, probably the same face throughout the entire game, and I think it rubs off on everybody else.
Michael, thanks for joining us, and good luck against Miami. That's Michael Jenkins, Trey.
Hey, Jeremy, Michael, thanks very much. We appreciate it. And again, Michael Jenkins is going to have to be a huge part of cornerback. And let us not forget safety Donnie Nickey, who is another big reason why that Ohio State defense has turned it around. Jeremy Schaap hasn't forgotten that. That's why he's with Donnie right now.
I have not, Trey, and of course, he is one of the most important components in this remarkably gifted defense that has an enormous challenge in stopping Willis McGahee and Ken Dorsey, Kellen Winslow. How do you face up to that challenge?
I think we just rely on what got us here. Make it. We gotta contain them, stop the run, make them throw the ball, and no big plays. I mean, tackle well. That's the key to the game.
Why make them throw the ball? Ken Dorsey's been one of the best quarterbacks in college football for the last 4 years.
When you take away the run game, you can focus on the pass. I mean, I've gotten that question a lot. Why are you gonna make them, pick your poison? We don't think of it that way. We've been playing the same way all year. We're gonna stick with what got us here.
You guys beat some of the best offenses in the country this year. Washington State, Texas Tech, very gifted quarterbacks, and Jason Gesser and Cliff Kingsbury. How does this Miami offense compare from what you've seen on tape so far?
I think they've got a lot of talent in the receiving core. Ken Dorsey's obviously a good quarterback. We've played against the guys you mentioned. I think they've got more speed and more ability to make the big plays on the receiving end.
Emotionally, what does it mean to this team, your team, to be such an underdog when you're 13-0?
I mean, we've been getting lack of respect all year. I think we've just used that as motivation. So, I mean, we're going to use that as motivation. We don't care what the points are, but we're underdogs. We got nothing to lose. Put the backs against the wall and let the pit bulls out.
Can you use controversy as motivation as well? Obviously, Maurice Clarett, some controversial statements yesterday.
I really didn't pay attention to it. I kind of stay out of you guys, but I think we're going to use our motivation. Everybody finds their individual motivation. I got mine. Maurice has got his. As a team, we've got enough to get it done.
You know, we haven't had a chance to see you guys in practice this week. Obviously, it's closed off to the media. What's it been like in practice? Has it been intense? Has it been laid back? It's been so long since you played a meaningful game. How do you adjust to that?
I think back in Columbus, we got after it pretty good. And then we got after it pretty good the first couple days. We've kind of been getting on the mental side of it now. Just kind of winding down, letting our bodies heal.
Thank you very much for joining us. Trey, back to you.
All right, Jeremy, thanks very much. Donnie, thank you very much. Again, the big concern in this game is going to be Miami's offense against Ohio State's defense. That is the strength versus strength of these two teams. There's no question about it. Miami's offense is better than their defense, and if you go strictly by points allowed, Ohio State's defense is pretty darn good.